Today we're going to be doing another GSAP tutorial, and this effect has been requested a while back. Finally, I managed to figure out how to do it in Elementor, and I will also walk you through step by step on how I set up my websites from the beginning, what hosting I use, because this was another question that I have been asked many times. So this video might be a little bit longer than usual, but it's going to be very informative. So let's get into it. All right, the cat is out of the bag. Now you know what I use for hosting, and that is Hostinger. So I highly recommend it. I've been using Hostinger since I started working as a web designer 3-4 years ago, I think, and I'm super happy with their service. So let's get through step by step to see how you can purchase it, how you can install WordPress, Elementor, and we're gonna get to GSAP after that. If you want to join me, click the link in the description below and follow these steps, okay? The effect that we're going to be building today is going to be part of a personal website, a portfolio. I'm not sure yet if it's going to be a series of videos that I'm gonna do, or it's going to be a big long video. And yeah, I think you guys know by now how important it is to have a presence online, whether you have an agency or simply have your projects online for either future employers to see or for your own, I don't know, archive. So again, as I said, important to have an online presence these days, no matter what. And this is what we're going to be building in the next couple of months. We're going to build a gorgeous website that you can showcase your project, no matter what projects you have. So go to services and go to web hosting. This is the service that you want to access, all right? Click web hosting and you can claim the deal here. Yeah, so let's go and claim the deal. I, for one, use the business plan and I highly recommend this as well. You can go to premium and then upgrade to business if you want. I already have about 20 websites to date on my hosting plan. If I were on premium, I would have to soon probably upgrade. And that is not the only thing that is attractive about this business plan. There are many features here that are a plus and are a very good reason to get this plan, especially as you can see here, there's a free CDN, which is absolutely amazing because it speeds up your website, where in the premium plan is not included. You get other features as well. Let's go and choose this plan. All right, and as you can see, you can choose between 1 month, 12 months, 24 months, and 48 months as period for your hosting. So I definitely recommend going with 12 months because this way you qualify for a free domain as well for a year. And I think this is very good. As you can see, the discount is 71%, which means $120. That is insane. That is a crazy amount of money that you save. As you can see as well, they say here that it renews at $13.99 per month for the year. So once this plan expires and it renews, this is the new price per month for a year. So let's add a coupon code here. I have a coupon code and I will just add it in here. Yeah, this is the coupon code that you can use yourself to purchase through my link in the description below. And let's apply it. And as you can see, my code gives you an additional 10%. That's a good deal, in my opinion. It's a great deal. Again, as you can see, you have 30-day money back guaranteed if you're not happy with the service, but I guarantee you that you will be. So let's continue. You can create your account, just go through the steps of adding your email, your password, and so on and so forth. Okay, once you have registered, you can go through the steps of making the payment. I will skip this and I will go back to my account where I will show you how to build your website on Hostinger. All right, so I'm in the back end. As you can see, these are my domains. Yeah. And if I go to websites, you will see that my website list is quite big. I have 19 websites. Yeah. And all the websites I have on the internet are on Hostinger. So you can see that I am using very hard Hostinger, right? So what we're going to do today, we are going to be adding a new website. So I'm going to go to add website and I'm going to go to the first option, which is WordPress, which says flexible customization for diverse needs. Okay, so I'm gonna install this. I'm gonna install WordPress. I'm gonna skip to create a blank website. Okay, if you have and purchased already a domain name, you can add your domain name here. So a domain name could be, as you can see here, this is already a domain name that I have purchased, but I have not built anything on it. It looks like this. So instead of org, might be com, might be .co.uk, could be .de, you understand. All right, so I'm gonna use a temporary one because I don't currently have one that I want to use. So I'm gonna click use temporary domain, and now we are installing WordPress. And this step is absolutely painless. And this was one of the things that, as a newbie web designer, I found so helpful. So this will take a little bit of time, but not too much. All right, it's done. We have a website up and running. How painless was that? Let's go to see our plugins because they added quite a few plugins. I will leave Lightspeed Cache because I like that and I use. I will deactivate this, and this. And I will add Elementor and Elementor Pro. And I'm going to continue with Hello Theme because this is what I use usually. All right, let's give this page a background color because white is too white. So let's start by adding a container. So this container is going to be full width, and I'm going to set the minimum height to be 100 VH. Let's publish, and I will also remove the margins and paddings, and again publish. And inside here, we are going to be adding two containers. So I'm going to change the direction of this parent container to column vertical. And let's go and add another container inside. So this container will also be full width. I don't work with box containers. So this container will contain an HTML widget. And this is where we are going to be adding our structure for the effect that we're going to be creating. And we are going to set the, let me just open my structure. We're going to set the child container to have content justified to center, align item center. Let's go to advanced, and here we're going to change the position to be absolute and align self start, as well as change the horizontal orientation to be on the right side. And we are going to give this as a Z index of 9,999. That means that we are making sure that this element on the page will be on the top. So imagine your page is this, but if you tilt it like this, you have layers of elements, containers within containers. Yeah. So the top container right now is this container containing our HTML structure. Okay. I hope that is clear. And we're going to give this an ID of sidebar. And I think we're good to go at this point. So let's go to the HTML widget, and we're going to be adding the structure in there, the HTML structure. So let's click on it and drop the code right in here. This is looking very funny right now, but we're going to change this. Okay, so as you can see, we have an unordered list with anchor tags, meaning links. And this is where you change the name of each section, for example, because this will be sections. Okay, this, once you click on one of this, it will take you to the corresponding section. So you can say something else. Okay, let me just publish because sometimes it happens that it crashes and all the hard work is gone. All right, that is done. So let me just minimize this a bit. We're going to be clicking on the parent container, and we're going to add another container in here, and this container will hold our sections. Okay, so this bit here is connected to the sections. The only thing that I want to do here is switch from boxed to full width, and I'm going to go to advanced, and I'm going to add a class of content to this container. And yeah, all good here. So let's go to the second child container, which is this, and we're going to start adding our child containers in this child container. All right, so this one is going to have the content justified center, and we're gonna go to advanced, and very important, we're gonna add a CSS ID here of section 1, and here section, that's it. And I am going to repeat this process. First of all, I want to give this a color. So let me just go and drop in a color here, publish, and I am going to duplicate this, and I'm going to give it first of all another color, and I am looking down here because I have some colors that I have to choose from. All right, so let's go to advanced and go to section 2. So this will be section 2. Okay, I don't know why it doesn't copy the CSS ID, just the CSS class as you duplicate. That's very strange, but it doesn't matter, we're working with it. Okay, okay, another thing I want to do is add text inside these containers, because as you click on the navigation items, it's going to look a little bit weird without anything inside. So I would say add something in there. Yeah, I'm going to add this text, add this to center, and have everything justified to center. What else? Yeah, there. So let me just say this is going to be the intro. No, this is going to be characteristics, and duplicate this and move it right in here. This is going to be the intro. I'm not gonna bother changing the colors. It's gonna be fine. And I think I will do this. I will set the height from here. We also have it set in the CSS, but that can be just deleted. It's kind of redundant if you can do this in Elementor natively. Okay, so let's duplicate this again. I'm gonna right away choose a color. Colors are very random. I'm copy pasting from my example. All right, so this is communication. Okay, all right, let's go to advanced. Oh, you didn't copy nothing, not even the section. So section 3, make sure that you insert the correct number and you have the correct spelling. All right, another one, and this is the last one because as you see, we have 4, and that's called whiskers. All right, cool, that is cool. Now let's change the section 4, section 5. That is okay. I will also change the color. The color in this case is very bold. And let's go to style. Let's go to... That is good. Now all we have to do is add our CSS, and our CSS will change things. So what you see here is going to be moved on the side, and it's going to be fine. All right, so now if you go to the parent container, to the main parent container, and click on it, go to advanced and go to custom CSS, you can drop this CSS right in there. And as you can see, our thing has moved. It's right here on the side. Yeah, the navigation. Let me just publish. And let's just have a quick look. It needs to be moved a little bit on the side. And as you can see, if you scroll, the color of the dots doesn't change as you scroll. And we would like that because that shows that the navigation scrolls through elements, right? It's a very interesting thing. So this is where GSAP comes into play. So let's add our GSAP. What I'm going to do, I'm going to add another widget in here, HTML widget, and drag it at the bottom. So let's drop the code in here, and let me just open it a bit. As you can see, we are using a new CDN script, which is scroll to plugin. Okay, and this is one of the free GSAP plugins that GSAP offers. All right, now let's go back to our thing. As you can see, we have a color. So look at the dots. As you scroll, it changes. I might have to change it with another color that actually is more, I don't know, visible, I guess. But this is something that you can do yourself, all right? And I will show you what to do, where to insert the colors in your CSS. So yeah, how cool is this? So you can hover over, yeah, and also click, and it takes you to the section that you need. So far so good. Okay, what I want to do, let's go to our CSS because this is very important, and this is where you're going to change a lot of the colors. Okay, so one thing that I want to do is basically go to the HTML, go to advanced, and set this to be a little bit to the, yeah, now it's okay, because now if you scroll over it, it doesn't simply disappear off the page, right? So set it to align self. Let's just publish. Let's see how it looks on the front end. Yeah, and it's very cool. Guys, this is very cool. All right, so you can change the width of the sidebar from here. So right now we have a width of 15%, but if you say 25, it's gonna be even wider. So this is where you change it. I like to have it set to 15. This is the perfect width, but you can do whatever feels good for your use case, okay? All right, so here we can change the gap between the elements. Yeah, I will leave it at 1. You can change the border width. You can have it even thinner, which I prefer, to be honest. The border radius, you can say 1, and it's a little bit more square, or 5, it's the same, it's still rounded. So up to you. Padding, add more padding, and we can remove this. As I said, we already did this natively in Elementor, which is fine. Yeah. Now it's time to look to see what we have here in terms of colors. And as you can see, progress bar A, it's the tag, the A tag, the link basically, and it's black. Yeah, currently it's black. And I'm going to use red to show you the changes. So I'm going to say red. And if you hover over it, you can see now the text has changed the color. So this is where you change the color of the text. I'm going to go back to black. Now it's black. All right, let's go back. As you can see here, we have the background white. Let's say red again. As you can see, the dots have changed to red. Let me go back to white. And they're back to white. And you can change the border radius here as well. Let's say 0.3. Yeah. And they look like that. So you can experiment as you want. The background color is the background color on the navigation items as you hover on them. Yeah, it's dark gray, and you can change it to whatever you want. Let's say again red, and it's red. Yeah, the progress bar, the background color of the dot as it becomes active. As I said, this is active right now. Yeah, this is active right now. Okay, let's say that it is red, and voila. How cool is that? I'm gonna leave it red because it's very interesting, right? So I'm gonna publish, and that's it. Let me just get my head out of the way. I forgot, every time I forget that you might not be able to see on that side. So let's publish and let's go back. Let's have another look. Yeah, yeah. Very cool, right? Yeah, I will have all the codes in the description below, including the Hostinger link that you can purchase a Hostinger through. And thank you very much. And I hope this is useful. And yeah, how cool, right? If you'd like to see what else you can build with Elementor, watch this playlist here or here. And if you have gotten any value out of this video, please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this video. And I'll see you next time. Bye.